Everyone, it's Bumblebee. I'm in my front yard, so I'm going to apologize for any of the background noise. But today I am going to do my review on the Naturehike Cloud Up 2 backpacking tent. It is a clone of the Big Agnes Fly Creek 2. So there are some similarities, and I am going to discuss some of the pros and cons and what I like and don't like about the tent. And at the end of the video, I have an update for you as well. The Cloud Up 2 is a double wall tent, meaning that the rain fly and the tent are separate. So on a nice night, you can actually set it up without the rain fly and be able to see the stars, see the sky and everything. So it's a nice feature over some of the single wall tents out there. It's a freestanding tent as well, so you don't have to use the tent stakes, but I find that without them, at least in the corners, the sides of the tent kind of cave in on you. So you at least need 4 stakes for each corner, and you'll need 2 more for the vestibule. So here's what the tent looks like from the back. And so the rain fly attaches to the tent with a little hook, so you can pull it out from each other. So here's the inside of the tent. It's comfortable for one, maybe an adult and a child, but it would be pretty cramped for 2 adults. I'm almost 6'1", so I find the tent a little bit too short for me. My feet touch the end of the tent, so I don't really like that about this tent. Now, inside, there is a hook up at the roof where you can attach a light to allow you to be able to read at night. And then right in front of the door is a little pouch. I sometimes stick my phone and a few other items in there. So, but for the vestibule, there's not a lot of room here. So with the door shut, to give you an idea of how much space you have. So that's about it. Maybe a small backpack can fit in there, but definitely not enough space for 2 people's gear. Stick your shoes out there, but that's about it. So I use this by myself, so I typically just bring my pack and everything inside the tent with me. So the rainfly door is zippered, but it does have a couple pieces of Velcro to hold it close for you. It is sealed with tape, but I also went ahead and seam sealed it myself just for a little extra assurance. And as I said, you can set this up without the fly. So here it is without the rain fly. It's got mesh about halfway down the tent. And it has a Y-shaped tent pole. It's all connected. There's a little hub in the center here that each pole goes into. As you can see, the sides are in a bit, because it's not connected to the fly. You can add another guy line to it and stake it out if you really want to. It comes with 12 tent stakes that are like the MSR groundhogs. This is it right here. So it's got the triangular shape to it. So not sure if you can see that very well. So, and it also does come with a ground sheet. The tent poles go into grommets into the little straps that you would stake down in the corners. The grommets are in those little straps that the tent poles fit into. The guy lines and a couple other little pieces on the fly do have reflective material, so at night a light shining on it does shine pretty bright, so you know where it's at. The Cloud Up 2, as I said before, is a double wall tent, and it is freestanding. Naturehike is claiming that it's a 4-season tent. I'm not sure I would really want to use it in the coldest part of winter. My guess is they are claiming this because there isn't a vent. The only ventilation when it's all closed up is the little gap at the bottom of the fly. There really isn't much ventilation. Even with the door unzipped and the mesh door closed, there's no airflow. The only way to get airflow is to have both doors unzipped, and at that point you're just letting all the bugs in, and I don't see the point in that. So the packed weight of my tent comes in at 4 pounds 4 ounces compared to the Big Agnes Fly Creek at 2 pounds 5 ounces. So there's roughly a 2-pound difference between the two. I am looking for a lighter tent, but if you're wanting a budget-friendly tent, the Cloud Up 2 is actually a good option for you. The tent is made from 210T polyester versus the ripstop nylon that the Fly Creek is made with. The dimensions are basically the same. The big downfall for me, other than the weight, is the length of the tent. So if you're a really tall person, the length is probably not going to work for you, because my feet do touch the end of the tent when I'm in my bag. So the biggest pro is the price. I got this tent a couple years ago. The price has gone up a little bit, but you can find it on Amazon right now for like $109. I'll put the link for the tent down into the description if this is something that you're really wanting to look into. I also said that there was going to be an update, and I have an upcoming hike. This is going to be a 2-day hike, so I'll be in the Uwharrie National Forest the mid of November, so that's roughly 2 weeks away from now. I will be starting out on the Dutchman Creek Trail. It's like 11 miles long, and I'll be picking up the Uwharrie Trail and heading back in the loop, and that is about 12 miles long. So it will be about a 23-mile hike altogether. For 2 days, that's not really bad. This is tentative though, because we are into November now, and just don't really know what these temperatures and the weather is going to be like. If the temperatures are predicted to be dropping into the teens for the lows, I might just be pushing this off for a little bit later. just to get a little bit better temperature and just make the whole hike just that much more comfortable. So I'm really excited about this trip and really excited about taking you along to see it as well. So just remember, be safe, be smart, and listen to your body.